Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's your friend Mike, and today we're going to do the cost breakdown. That is the TacoTime fish taco versus making them at home. And I will tell you now that TacoTime fish tacos, which really is a burrito, but for some reason when I tell them it's wrapped up, they're like, "Oh, well, that's a taco." Well, never mind. I like their fish taco that looks like a burrito, but I'm going to make mine today at home, and I'm going to save some money. So I've got a tortilla, and I can tell you now, I steam that over this big pot when the time comes. That tortilla costs 61 cents. And then I have a piece of tilapia in the sink, almost thawed out. So that was $1.45. So there's $2. And I would say between my breadcrumbs, the half a cup or cup of cabbage, I'm going to use, a couple squirts of my ranch. I'm using ranch today. I got to be honest with you. I don't really like tartar sauce as much as I thought I did. And then, of course, my free Diablo. And you all know I'm going to grate some cabbage, grate in this big bowl as always. But today also I'm going to put my breadcrumbs in a cheap paper bag. And what I do with that is I can like shake and bake, fluff my fish in there in the breadcrumbs. And then I can lay that piece of paper bag down here when I take my fish out of the deep fried skillet full of olive oil. It's not full of olive oil, but it's got plenty to fry fish. I do have to turn it. Anyway, I'll just lay that bag right here in front flat, and then I can let my oil soak into the bag, and it can just all go in the trash. Okay, so here's my tilapia I use. Now I split this. This is the thick piece, and this is a bigger piece, but it's thinner. So they kind of cook out the same, and I'll use the thick piece for my actual wrap. I could make 2 wraps, but being a diabetic, I'm trying to just stay off those wraps. Okay, I'm back, and I got my panko. One day I'm just going to do a video on how to open packages, because I'm like the package butcher. It's terrible. Anyway, I did manage to get into these, and what I'm doing is simply putting some in there. I'm not measuring this. I don't know. It's enough to cover that piece of fish. I know that. Stick those over there. So see, you got that in there. And now you can just drop your fish in there. And that's pretty nice. I'm going to lay that up there. And then we'll come back and put the other piece in there. My oil's already hot. And I got something I've learned, make sure that oil's hot, like really 350, like make sure the light goes off on your skillet so you know it's really 350. And you're going to have a nice crispier piece of fish because it's going to just sear when the minute it hits the oil. And I'm, by the way, doing this in a wheelchair. And I'm saying that because you're going to see that when I'm done here, now see, I've done that. I do not keep breadcrumbs over. I just don't use very many, and I throw them away. Now see how I got my bag there now in front of the skillet, and we are going to unlid that skillet and get some fish frying here. My skillet is definitely up to temperature, so I am now going to unsafely lay my fish in there. And I always flop it towards the wall so that I don't get oil on my leg because I'm not, I'm in my pajamas. It's early in the morning. So we got that fish frying, and let's see here. It's 9:08, so about 9:12, 9:13, I'll flip that fish over. And in the meantime, I'm going to grate some of that. In the meantime, take 2, I'm going to grate some of that cabbage into my bowl and get it ready. Okay, I probably grated up half a cup of cabbage. Maybe, I don't know. It's not that much. It's what I need for this particular taco. And then we've got about a minute left before we flip. I put that lid partway on there. And as far as the tortilla goes, I have it out. And I'm going to steam it. But this fish is going to sit for a while and cool because you can burn the heck out of yourself with hot fish right out of the fryer. So I'm going to let the fish sit around for about 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll make the taco. And And that's pretty much that. So if you did 2 tacos, because you can, and you can eat tortillas like as many as you want, that's fine. That's going to up your, so you're looking at probably about 350 max for the whole production. 350 as opposed to 7.99 on today's economy. 350 as opposed to 7.99 is a really good deal. And honestly, when I get done here, there will be no mess, because basically I'm going to have to wash my cutting boards off and throw my paper bag in the trash, and the oil will be held over for one more fry. All right, so the fish is ready to turn. Gently, 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 gently roll that. Oh, no, I kind of folded that one. Oh, no, I guess it's fine. So that's looking good. Nice and brown and crispy. So we got 4 more minutes to go. So 12:16 is when, I'm sorry, 9:16. This clock is not right. I just guesstimate the time. But anyway, so when we get to 9:16 on this clock, it'll be time to pull the taco. I guess I meant it'll be time to pull the fish, which is looking good. So we got about another minute left on that fish, and I just want to also mention that I really like the garlic roasted olive oil, and it smokes a little bit when you bread your fish, but if you buy pre-breaded fish, it seems to stay cleaner longer. So basically, if you bread like I did tonight in the bag, some of that washes off the fish when it hits the oil, no matter how hot it is. All right, once again, my cameraman always calls in sick when I'm trying to make a cooking video. So we're going to get that fish out of there onto the paper bag. That's right. Uphill walking backwards, kids. Uphill walking backwards. So now turn that skillet off. Always make sure you turn that skillet off. I have accidentally not. So there's that fish. And, oh boy, I'm going to get in trouble for this, Doc. But I like my salt when I make a fish taco. So I just get it just like that. And now we're going to let that all stand for a while. And then we can steam that tortilla and make a taco. I'm sorry. Yeah, wrap, taco. Well, it's a taco, but it's rolled up like a burrito, at least if you're at TacoTime. Okay, so I got the tortilla on the water, and the water is starting to steam. So I don't leave it on there for a long time, but it works pretty good. And in this basket, you can move it around a little bit to make sure you get the edges steamed. So it's actually a really handy deal. And then when I come back after this pause, we will lay the shell out on the cutting board that's been washed and put our taco together. Burrito, wrap, whatever you want to call it. All right, so here we go. We can grab our shell, our wrap, our tortilla. And I, as a diabetic, try to consume no more than one of these a day. So we've got that. And then I'm just going to reach over and get a piece of fish. I place it closer to one side than the other. And then I am going to put a little cabbage on it. Oh, look at that. I'll get some more cabbage. There we go. And I'll be back with some ranch and mustard. Hey, there you go. We have the fish. We have the cabbage. I put the ranch on for ease of video. I mean, I'm doing this one-legged and one-handed. And now, basically, get that guy over there. And you can do this with one hand. Push that down on your food. Here's the end that didn't have anything in it. And I could have put the other piece of fish in here. But I wanted to point out, if I were to make 2 of these wraps, we're looking at, now this is not quite as big as the TacoTime wrap, but it's plenty big for one person. So if I would have made 2 of those, we would have added that 60 cents, putting us up a little bit over $3 for 2 $7.99 fish tacos from TacoTime. And I would even make them like $5.99 due to the size of this one, because theirs is bigger. So we could break it down that way. You're still saving a few dollars. I mean, if you're feeding 2 people, even that would be over $10. If they were $5.99, we're looking at $12 plus tax. So there you go. There is the do-it-yourself TacoTime basic fish wrap taco from Mike Daly. Please remember, like, subscribe, and share, and have a good night. I'm going to chow down.